John Marnin, and we're about 60 miles northwest of Missoula, up in Camas Prairie, Montana, on the original homestead of the Marnin Ranch. My great-grandpa homesteaded here in 1910, and from when Grandpa was here to where we are now, we've probably tripled in size. We're in that 500 to 600 cow operation with probably around 30,000 acres, I would say. So there's always something to go do, that's for sure. I've always thought ranching is something that's in your blood, or it's not. It's not something you do for the paycheck at the end of the year. It's a lifestyle. Fifth generations these boys will be. I grew up here, and so hopefully these guys get to grow up here and keep the tradition going. So we've got a little over 1,000 bales still sitting out in the fields. All that hay's got to come home because we feed everything here at home. Normally, when we start moving hay, everybody's got Ford Super Duties, 3/4 ton, 1 ton pickups. We asked Ford to bring in the new Ford F-150. We wanted to put it to the challenge of moving ground bales from the fields back here and see if that truck's gonna hold up and do the work of a Super Duty on a cattle and hay and operation ranch.
I'm Keith Weston, Vehicle Dynamics Supervisor for Ford Motor Company. We're testing out the new 2015 F-150. We're here to try to convince you this truck will do everything you need it to do. We've completely re-engineered this vehicle. It's about 700 pounds lighter than the outgoing truck.
Decreasing the weight of the truck is the towing capacity. Is it still going to handle those trailers as well?
Every pound we took out of this truck goes to you in terms of load carrying capability. It's a different kind of load than we're used to hauling. It's high, it's wide, it's over 11,000 pounds each load, and we have to take it down real roads. Some of them are paved, some of them aren't paved. We got a 6% grade we got to climb.
I think it's going to be a good challenge for the pickup. You guys showed up just at the right time. So we'll be stacking hay, and then we're gonna jockey some cattle around, get them into their last pastures for the summer before they actually get home this fall.
When this test is over, we will have moved hundreds of thousands of pounds of hay.
We're about 20 miles one direction, so we're gonna be running an hour round trip. You gotta pull a pretty steep grade with a stop sign at the bottom of it going into Hot Springs. It's one thing to pull that hill one time, but when we have 400 or 500 bales to move home, how's it gonna drive when I unhook after day 3 of hauling this hay?
So we got our 3.5 liter EcoBoost engine with a big flat torque curve.
90-degree temperatures loaded with hay, pulling a 6% grade. The harder you pushed on the pedal, the more power the truck had pulling that deal. Most of our bales are in that 1,500 pound range, so we were able to haul 6 and 8 bales depending on what field they were coming out of. We moved a lot of hay in a short period of time and got in a rhythm and shuttled everything from the fields back here to the stack yard. Here we moved right at 400 bales with the F-150. We've got them all stacked right here and ready for winter now, I guess you could say. We worked it. We weren't babying it. Bouncing across the fields, pulling hay. You unhook one trailer, you hook up another trailer, you're hooking up a piece of equipment, moving it to the next field. Fuel cost here is probably one of the biggest things, so if the F-150 can get into that 3/4 ton range and you can do more work with it, not have to use the big trucks, the 1 tons, the dualies. You're not giving up the power to get the fuel economy. We hauled hay all day with it. The power was there, the comfort was there. It did everything for us that we asked it to. In the rodeo world, the new Ford F-150 would be your all-around cowboy.